So you'll know your baby's ready to start weaning because developmentally they'll be able to sit up, they'll be able to put things to the mouth, and generally they won't be as satisfied with your breast milk. This is usually around 26 weeks, around about 6 months of age. It is a myth to think that if your baby is a big baby, then they will need to have food earlier. Often your baby will look at you feeding, look at you eating, but again, this is a myth. Developmentally, your baby needs to sit up in the high chair, needs to be able to take things to the mouth, needs to propel food from the front to the back of the mouth also. So the ideal time is when they can do this. The first foods to give your baby will be healthy diet. Think about a healthy diet. Think about your own diet. So fruits, vegetables, but we're moving on to a family diet quite quickly now because they don't need to have sloppy food. They're more developmentally ready at 6 months to start chewing mashed food. So anything, any fruit or vegetable, and then slowly introduce proteins, carbohydrates, so that by the time they're 12 months, they're onto a full 3 meals a day and family foods. Jars and packets are okay to use, but very occasionally. We would not recommend this on a daily basis. And the reason for this is that babies often develop a taste then for the packet foods. It's very difficult for you to get back onto normal healthy foods, family foods. Sometimes packets are also used. Babies like the packets because they've got more sugar, they've got more salt in. So as a rule, I would say it's a very occasional use for packet and jar foods. We recommend water as the main source of a drink for a baby, but you can offer this in a free flow feeder cup from 6 months with the idea that you offer this at meal times. And by the time the baby's 12 months, we want to have got rid of the bottle altogether. Often you'll need to give baby the opportunity to have the water at least 10, 15, 20 times before you can truly say that they won't take water. Don't be tempted to put any juice into the water, as this just encourages a sweet tooth. So baby-led weaning is, as the description is, letting the baby take food off the plate, off the high chair table, and actually put the food in the mouth themselves. So this often causes families to be a little bit anxious, but if your baby is able to sit up in the high chair and actually take food off the table and pop it in its mouth, and as long as you're with the baby all the time and that they're suitable foods, they're not too small, the baby will pick up mashed potato or a mashed banana, and they'll actually try to put the food in the mouth themselves. Let them explore. Food is for fun before 1, so as long as you're with the baby, allow them to try and feed themselves. It's perfectly safe to do so as long as you're with them. The foods that you should avoid in the first 12 months and thereafter are anything with sugar added. So watch out for your labels when you're shopping. We don't want them to have any honey. Obviously avoid shellfish, anything that's too hard. Cut grapes in half, for instance, because we don't want to have a choking hazard with those kind of things. But generally speaking, anything that you're eating would be suitable. Keep trying, keep offering the food, because it can take up to 15, 20 times before you can truly say that the baby doesn't like broccoli, for instance. Maybe you could mix them together with the other vegetables on the plate, put them in some soups or add them to other foods that the baby's eating. But generally speaking, just keep offering them and let them see you eat. What do you eat? If you don't like a certain food, it's very difficult for your baby then to take it. So just try and keep offering the food and to eat as a family. For more information on introducing your baby to weaning and solid foods, you can access this Introducing Solid Foods leaflet at your local children's centre, or you can download it on the Start for Life website.